See, you know when he's happy when it's smiling, because the sun's out, it's not raining, and it's a great day. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to FTB Skies. We've been doing a little bit of work, moving towards getting a couple of things, and we managed to finally build an applied energistics system, somewhat starter down here in our what is going to eventually be the entirety of the workshop for that kind of stuff. So in between, I've done a little bit of work just trying to make sure we have a couple of things going. So I did go ahead and move the ender chest. Can I get this going up here? Moved our ender chest input into the system right here and built a couple of little, just an import bus with a few of the acceleration upgrades in it just so that it can take care of a couple of things. This is eventually going to flesh out into a nice big room. And again, I need to kind of start thinking about building, just for kind of a second here, I need to start building my walls, because I usually enclose these things completely, and I haven't gotten to that point where I've figured out what I want to do. So in between, again, moved a few things else down here, and there's been a couple other things going on upstairs. So let's pop upstairs real quick. Most of this, again, is going to go away. I really need to quit pushing that button. Need to get that moved down. There's some more things that we're going to go, because eventually all of this is all just going to be create. We're just going to have create up here. That's it, unless there's something that we need to be able to kind of hybridize between the two of them or whatever. But that is what we're going to be doing as far as this goes. It's served its purpose as far as being a nice little workshop, and from now on I don't really worry about it or care. So we're going to go back down here and kind of mess around. What else do I need to show you? Let me see. I think, oh yeah, we were worried about what we were going to do as far as the wool that we're going to need to make covered cables. So covered cables require click on this, click on the right thing here. We need a piece of wool for every single glass cable that we want to make. And again, this is just kind of that process that you have to do if you want to be able to make dense cables. So I set up a very simple sheep farm here, I should say wool farm, using these shearing station blocks from Cyclic and an absorption hopper and a oh, right, I forget that I get that every time I breed them. And that's just dumping that into an ender chest. This will slowly, over time, hopefully, I might have to move some of these guys around because they're kind of a pain in the butt to, I don't know, sheep or sheep, it doesn't really matter. For right now, this is all I care about. We need to kind of work this out. If we really get to the point where we are absolutely desperate for stuff, we can either do this or I can work on the spider. There's lots of ways of getting string. We can work on the spider data module, which I did work on just a little bit in between episodes. I don't think I put it in here. Or was I working on this? Yes, it's in here working. So we should be getting generalized overworld stuff and spider predictions. These we can use to make string if we really need to worry about string. So I think I need to start actually getting back into using this mod. It was one of my favorite ones back when it was whatever was named before whatever this hostile neural network is, but it used to be one of my favorite ways of being able to deal with stuff. Sky Factory 4, I think, was pretty much based around this, and of course we used it in the mod pack that we played that was stuck in the end, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. So one of those things we'll just have to kind of mess with. I kind of got this to where it was reasonably going decently because we have a little new structure all the way down on the bottom of the base, which is just a very, again, simple mob farm that I stuck a couple of the spawners in that we got, and then I took I took this thing, the duplicator, and stuck it in down here, and then just kind of killed a whole bunch of stuff so that we have completed several of the mob killing quests at this point. Let's get off this thing so I don't have to listen to those guys. Anyhow, let's go ahead and climb a few quests, and then we can move on. So the witches are done all the way up. That gets us our data model for witches. And more stuff from them, and a witch spawner, which is kind of interesting. I guess we could stick that in there. The spiders are done. Spider eye, spider thing, cave spider spawner, gross. The Wilden Stalkers, once again, it's kind of just, they're kind of I don't even know what they are. It looks like a kind of a werewolf that has wings. I don't know. Anyhow, we'll just go ahead and take all of those, and we will take all of the good stuff that comes from there, and that is an obtaining, defeating wild chimera, see a ritual while in the summit. Okay, what do I do with this? Is it just a thing? Is this stuff? I don't know. Anyhow, doing all of that, essentially all I did was I just kind of made a little dark spot down here and then captured a bunch of the stuff that spawned using the mob Imprisonment tools, which again, fairly simple, fairly easy to make. No reason not to be carrying those around generally when you're wandering around anyway, so that you can always spawn things. Took care of all that problem, and we're now murdering those things at a, I guess, reasonable rate. So we've got blizzes and basals coming in, and yeah, I guess that's kind of where we've been at this point. So that should have taken care of all of that. We can click on these. This is all done, and that gets us 4 rare resonant integrator. Oddly enough, I need to quit pushing those buttons. We've not even touched a thing from thermal yet. I think the only thing I've touched from thermal is there's a duct around somewhere that I'm using for logical work over here, because I didn't want to waste fuel on this burner. So there is the only thing that I can find that I can use to shut off a liquid connection was at the time a fluid duct with a servo on it. So again, you just kind of use what you use. We're still using this as far as access to the system, so I can go boink boink, and I guess that can go in there, and something is coming out from the amethyst. I'm still trying to figure out what happened there. Somewhere I put down a block of diamond. Oh, did they? Oh. So that means we haven't been making diamonds. Lovely. I don't want that. I want a block of diamond. I couldn't figure out where that was at. Just want one. Thank you. I'm gonna... How can we keep that from happening? Diamond B, diamond B, diamond B requires... Can I make diamond ore? A combiner? Because that is very annoying. How much does it take to make a combiner? I know we're getting sidetracked real quick. I need that guy to be continuously producing, and if he's not producing, we're not making things. Let's go crank one of those out real quick. He's not been working is the problem, and that's how I'm trying to kind of recuperate on diamonds. Really fast sidetrack, I guess. We need to make us a combiner because I don't want that to be doing that. Do I have any of the stuff to be able to do that right now? I need a steel casing. I need all of that. How much do I need? I need all of it. Oh, great. 1, 2, and alloy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to, that's just the quickest, easiest way to do this, I guess, right now. And that goes in here, there. How do I make these? Is that just a crafting thingy? Oh, right, that's this. Quick. I mean, well, it's not quick. We're not in any kind of hurry. It's fine. I need an elite control circuit, which is an advanced control circuit times 2. And I'm going to need those that I just made. Plus some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't want that. I want that. Thank you. Yes, frantically fixing something really quickly because that was not what I expected to see. 1, 2. And then as soon as you make those, cool. And that should let me make the thing that does this. Right? Excellent. Okay. Then I got to make some. Let me see. That won't work that far. Why don't you go right there for right now? And just don't connect on the top at all. Thank you. Power up. So we need to grind down to, 5 diamonds and a piece of cobblestone? Just so that I can keep them from doing that. You can go do that. And then we put that in there. What else can I do with this? Oh. Right, that's that one. I had forgotten all about that one. Don't think that's going to be much usable to us at this point, but interesting. Okay, nice. Can I have that diamond ore? Beautiful. Now you won't do this anymore. Eh. Oh, wow, that's, can't hit it with that. Give me my diamond block back, and then you can have this. Now you guys should work all the time. I could not figure out for the life of me where that was. All right, cool. So, with that major sidetrack, I apologize for that. What I want to do today is we need to go ahead and get to work on building some auto-crafting going and some more storage so that we can kind of upgrade on some of this other stuff. This is going to grow to be as big as I can possibly make it at one point in time. We just need to kind of continuously make stuff for it, which is meaning I'm waiting on the Skystone to come in as it's being sorted, or at least we were sifting some of it for a little bit. And I need to move you downstairs because we're done living up here. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to move. Put that right there for now and do that. Okay. So let's get to work on a little bit more applied energistics. I want to be able to at least get to the point we have the auto-crafting built up. So we need a bunch of molecular assemblers as well as a bunch of crafting CPUs. And I think we're going to have to start thinking about seriously maybe getting rid of those. They work fine. We've got a couple of them, and I might, for that matter, make like a little process that will allow me to keep certain things in this system because it is a very, very usable deal. Point is, you could pick one of those things up and just carry your entire inventory with you if you want to. So is what you can do. You go in there for now. I don't know what else to do with you other than that. And we're eventually going to be putting a whole bunch of stuff in here anyway. So, yeah, let's get on some molecular assemblers. At least a few of them so that we can start crafting some of this stuff. Oh boy, yeah, wonderful fun times. It has been a minute since I have done this. So we need a bunch of quartz glass. Give me a stack of it. Go. I gotta go upstairs. This will be some of the automation later on too, because we will be setting up ways of making this system work. Where's the glass at? Glass is right here, to where it'll automatically turn this thing on and dump stuff into another system. Or what I may end up doing is, I kind of want to leave it the way that it is, possibly two separate sections, just for the fun of automation of trying to keep level emitters working. Because we could just put an interface, or what is a storage bus, on every one of these things right here, and then they would do what we need them to do. Am I burning things? I guess we are. Okay. Anyhow, but that there's various ways we can integrate this. My thought is just running a single line up here and then attaching a level emitter onto anything in here or wherever, and then dropping it down into the bottom of the system here, and then we'll just keep a chest full of it. I know that's kind of a redundant point, and for that matter, we could probably do it a little easier than that. But anyhow, let's make a few things here so that we can actually get this done. Give me a stack of that, please. Thank you. And do I have anything there? We need to make one of those. Make one or two of these. Yes, excellent. Can I make another one of those? Cool, that's perfect. And then interfaces. Can I get at least two of those going, please? As soon as we get a little bit of this stuff done, we won't have to worry about it. Two of those, please. Put that in there. And then a crafting CPU system. Now, I know there's some additional stuff to here. There's a... Where are they? I don't know what these do. Yeah, I know that. So I'm assuming this is just a bigger thing for when you have to do a massive size craft. Are they worth making right now? Because I usually, you can, as far as I recall, you can uncraft these and pull the parts out of them and make the next thing. Well, here we go with the fun stuff. Get me one of those. I think I'm going to do one of those too. Do me twice of those. We got a lot of stuff, at least one coprocessor. I just want to be able to make this stuff as quickly as possible. And then at least a 4K. Can we get down to a 4K from here? That one. Do that. I always forget it's just that many. And then a 4K processing storage, one of these, go, beautiful. How many are, I did set up a couple of things over here. Let's grab some more cable and get this set up so that we can kind of start playing around with these things. So crafting, nope, cable. Plenty of cable. And for the now, I need to fix that line. I want to kind of try to keep them up fairly high, and I know it's a kind of a pain to do. Why don't you do not that, but that? Thank you. And then we'll start with this. Okay, and you need one of those just so that we have a kind of a really small CPU. Once we do this, we can just kind of tell the system, make all these nice parts for us, and we can just advance it very, 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 very quickly. Down. All right, and then, of course, like I stated, we're going to be building my favorite way of doing these. My favorite way of doing these is against everybody else's ways of doing things. So it's fine. I build them in vertical stacks like so with molecular assemblers on the side of them so that I can access for connectivity. So every single time you put another one of these things on something, it'll allow you to craft up to so many different things. There are other ways of doing it. I know a lot of people will build them backwards and whatever, but essentially what I'll do is I'll surround a stack of the interfaces with 4 of these. Yes, I know, it's terrible, but then you just make them as tall as you want to and you do all the stuff that you need. Is it efficient? No. Is it the way I do it? Yes. Anyhow, up from here, we should be able to get it going, and then we can start working on terminals, crafting a bunch of nice stuff, and then I can start hooking in some more of the system so that we can make it work with ourselves, because it's not that I'm against everything that we've been doing, but I'm ready to start having a little bit more fun with the system. Pattern terminal. Where are you, my friend? Pattern terminal, pattern encoding, pattern terminal. Is that all it is? Just crafting terminal? Cool. Let's knock one of those out real quick. And right, you can go right there. That should be that dude right there. How much does it take to make a pattern? Do this in here. Do that. Make one. Thank you. Actually should make 2, and then we do all of the things you normally do at the beginning of the day, which is, we'll click that, make one of those, and then R on this, make one of those, and what else does it take to make here? Want to make sure it's always using the right one. Did it use the right one? Certus quartz dust things and stuff. All right, and then I guess while we're here, I'll put one of these down here. We can make an interface terminal. Just all of the fairly standard stuff. What? That you usually do. Did they take that out? Is that what this is? I'm gonna have to Google something. Good Lord. Has this much stuff changed since 12? So use on this, I'm assuming, is the same old way it used to be. Do I use interfaces anymore? Pattern provider, mega pattern provider, supports processing patterns only. What the heck? Did they change that? What are you? Show pattern access terminal, show hide patterns on access terminal. Really? So is this what you use here now? Why is my thing not where it belongs? Give me that. Thank you. Okay, I'm interested to see something then. Let's see here. We're learning on camera. I was not aware this existed. Yeah, they took them out, didn't they? There used to be a line in here for patterns. Nice. So what exactly do I use an interface for? Well, I know exactly what I use an interface for. So that means I got to make another one of those. Beautiful. Actually, we'll just not do that then. We'll just give you 2 chances since we have a coprocessor to play with. Fine. We'll just do that, and then I'll put it on the floor here in a minute, and I guess you can have those for now, and then I need to kind of move forward. Let me do the usual. That was a quick sidestep that I was not expecting. Okay, cool. I need to clean up some of this mess, and we'll work on it from there. I'll be right back. There we go, making up a bunch of dense cable because I am a believer in dense cable, unless I absolutely have to play with P2P. I mean, it is what it is. We're playing a free pack here that can pretty much get you all of your resources however you like them. But yeah, that's cool. I guess it is what it is. I always kind of thought it was a little interesting that interfaces were used to do that, which means that those things are... Is this what I use to automate this now, which is fine, I guess? That's cool. Anyhow, we need a few dense cables because we have hit the cap limit on where our thing is. So let's see. Don't pull a Soren. Thank you. Does it take all of the cable over there? Yes, it does. Dang it. Still does. Thank you. All right. And turn that back on so we can pick it up. All right. Dense cable headed this direction. Thank you. And we'll just go ahead and run it along the ceiling because it looks marginally better that way. And then we'll do this to... Gonna have to reorganize a lot of this, but that's fine. Where can... Does the other wrench work? Because it used to be that this one worked, right? Nice. Excellent. So let's clean up a little bit of our ugly wiring here, since I didn't run it where I wanted it, and then we should be able to kind of move forward a little bit. All right, good. Yes, I'm going to run a full 32 channels over there because we're going to end up with probably an entire amount of just all kinds of silly stuff over here doing various things. I have a whole lot more of these that I need to program in, and I did go ahead and make an access terminal so that we can see some of the patterns that we're going. So yeah, it's going to be one of those times where I'm just going to have to sit down and queue up a bunch of stuff. The next process is actually going to be getting up here and deciding how we're going to integrate all of these storages into that mess. And again, I mean, the biggest problem is I've got all these nice little belts right here that deliver stuff out, and the glass and the stone, for that matter, some of this stuff goes all the way around before it hits something. Cobblestone, like, I don't really think I'm going to need sand to craft anything specifically, right? I mean, if we have to, we can do some goofiness with this. Because of the way this system works up here, it delivers stuff from the beginning all the way around to the end, and if it gets past everything that is currently being utilized, it'll then dump it into another chest. I think probably what I'm going to do then is we're going to run cabling. I might even try to just run it underneath everything so that you don't see it on this level. That might actually work better than what I was expecting. And then we can kind of connect everything in. So not really worried about the questing right now. I was going to say we were going to start messing with this next one, this overpowered one here. We're going to have to spend a little bit of time doing this, which if you click on it, there's one way of getting it. And, you know, it is kind of an interesting thing. This is a purple laser lens, which means we have to get into the laser drills over a wither. So, yeah. We'll have to set that one up and get it going probably next time. I'm trying to get a little bit more of this this stuff working on. Actually, did we have anything? Whoa, I don't want that. I want this. Do we have anything else that we need to mess with here? We're going to work on this line fairly soon. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff in it. I don't really know of anything else I need to care about in here. Got a bunch of stuff going on. Portable basic. I am a little concerned is that we're playing a reasonably, I guess, old version of this pack now. It was updated 4 days ago, and then again, within the last couple of days, they removed, one of my biggest problems is I think they removed this bag. I'm not a humongous fan of backpacks for the most part. Unless I am forced to use them, I'm not a humongous fan of backpacks. I like having this much storage. So we'll have to figure out what we want to do as far as moving on past that if they remove this bag. Now, I'm not going to be updating the game if they removed it, probably for right now, so we'll be continuously playing on it. And it may be one of those times where I'm just going to sit there and watch it and go, did they add anything of any kind of use past what they're just fixing things or buggy things or whatever, or duplication glitches? I don't care. I'm playing single player. Anything that affects a server as far as updates and game in the game, I don't care. So I'm playing here by myself. There's nobody else touching this. Don't use that terminology. There's nobody else using this world than me. So anyhow, let's see what else we need to do, because I know it's kind of boring. We've all done applied energistics lots and lots and lots of times, and I'm going to be interested to just kind of go ahead and build a couple of more things here, get this all going and get this started so that I can kind of start integrating things. Like, we'll probably end up like just sending a full 30, like I said, a full 32 channels this direction so that I can then tie into everything over there. And then we might sap some of the channels off of here into this top section so that we can continuously bring things in, because I do actually want to have access to this chest or that item vault right there for our bulk smelting. And we may go ahead and integrate this in as our grinding, to the point that I may go ahead and extend it out 3 or 4 more just so I can do this, because this grinds ridiculously quickly at this speed. And I think if anything else that needs to be integrated, we'll be trying to figure out how to do that. I'm contemplating just, well, I'm seriously contemplating just removing some of the stuff down here that's on this wall. Like, so where is it? The only reason why I have this really is because I'm saving a crafting step. So like, if I need a block of quartz right there, if I need a block, I hate that. I need to get back into quartz config and shut it off since I redid a few things. If I need, like, say, a block of quartz, it's already pre-crafted here. It saves me a crafting step in there. Same with the redstone block, same with the, anything else that you might want a block of something out of. So it's one of the main reasons why I do this, is because I'm saving patterns in here for this. Whoop, no, where is it? Iron. Where's the iron? For like that craft right there. So going from any of those 3, that saves me 3 crafts right there, because it's available to the system already. That's going to be something we're going to have to make up our minds, because again, I've got a pile of cobblestone here and a pile of stone here. Glass is going to be a very big deal. Do we keep that, and that in the system, or do we remove it and move on to something else? I think we're probably going to end up moving on. I'm just not 100% certain at this point. So anyhow, I probably will just do a short one here today, guys. I got a lot of catching up to do with this. I have really, really, really got to get all of this set up and going. Normally by now, I would have a massive applied energistics or refined system going on in something like this. And we're going to have to actually start worrying about building. I'm contemplating, and I will be on this end of it, since it's such a large drop from here to there, I may go ahead and build a single dimensional thing, whatever the gate is, to connect all of this stuff up should we need it. I don't see a reason for us to do anything down here, because for the most part, you're just going to be killing things that go, why did that come down here? Why are you not working? Interesting. I don't know why that wasn't working, unless my magnet was probably pulling it. So like, as far as running the applied energistic system down here, I don't really see us needing it, because this is a majority of just going to be killing mobs and killing things. I probably will just put in all of the spawners that we get in the center in here and just let them just do the work, so that we don't have to worry about actually spawning mobs, so that this thing works. So like, no dark room. I mean, that's going to be the biggest dark room. That's it. That's all I want as far as a dark room. And I want that to continue functioning, because it really does a decent job making mana. I've been processing a whole lot of this kind of stuff, and it doesn't take very long to recover these pools and everything here. So I want this to continue to work. We will probably be bringing the applied energistics down somewhere in here, because we're going to have to eventually automate the production of those things, which is not horrible because I've already kind of started working on it, but it's going to be enough fun that we're going to have to think about maybe either moving this up a few levels or bringing the stuff down. And then I believe we even have to automate the thing that we got out of here for that one episode a while back. And maybe automate that. I don't know yet. We'll have to kind of play around, or that too. So anyhow, I think for right now, rambling along, stumbling along, all those kinds of things, we got us a little bit of crafting going, and I think we'll call it there. I've got a whole lot of building to do, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.